Once upon a time, there were 2 princes and 1 princess, and their names were Prince Isaac and Prince Alan and Princess Ivy. And they went on many, many adventures together. One day, Prince Isaac, Prince Alan, and Princess Ivy decided to go explore the deep, dark cave that was in the middle of the forest. So Prince Isaac, Prince Alan, and Princess Ivy walked to the deep, dark cave. And the cave was dark, and the cave was scary. But don't worry, said Princess Ivy, I have brought my flashlight. So Princess Ivy turned on her flashlight, and together the 3 went into the deep, dark cave. They went through many rooms in the deep, dark cave. In one room, they passed a tree that was made entirely out of bells. And every time the wind blew, the tree played a beautiful song. And in another cave, they passed a giant who was sleeping on the biggest bed they've ever seen. And the 3 friends had to tiptoe very, very quietly past the giant so they didn't wake him up. They went through many other wonderful caves. But when they were several rooms into the cave, something happened. Princess Ivy's flashlight turned off. Oh no, said Prince Alan. Now we don't have any light. It's so dark, said Prince Isaac. What are we going to do? I think we should look around, said Princess Ivy. Maybe we will see some way to make some light. So, even though it was very dark, they started looking around. And do you know that in the distance, they saw something glowing, something green, and when they listened, it sounded like water. Let's go see what the green glowing water is, they said. And so they walked very carefully through the dark cave. And very soon, they came to a stream. And the stream was flowing through the cave, but the water in the stream was green. And the water in the stream was glowing. I really want to see where the green glowing water goes, said Princess Ivy. Come on, boys. So Princess Ivy and Prince Isaac and Prince Alan followed the green glowing stream. And they followed the stream all the way to a cave. And in the middle of the cave was a whirlpool. And the whirlpool was filled with green glowing water, and it was spinning around so fast, and it made a roaring sound that was louder than the biggest lion they had ever seen. But when they looked at the whirlpool, they saw something in the middle of the whirlpool. It looked like a star. I want to find out what that star is, said Princess Ivy. So she stood at the edge of the whirlpool, and she jumped into the middle of the roaring, glowing, rushing water. And she swam all the way down to the bottom of the whirlpool. And she did find a star. She found 3 stars. She picked up one of the stars, and when she picked up the star, the whirlpool stopped. And out from the middle of the green glowing water came a fountain, the most beautiful fountain they had ever seen, and it sprayed green glowing water all over the place. Princess Ivy came back up and showed the boys the star that she had gotten at the bottom of the whirlpool. So they decided to jump in and pick up their stars as well. And the stars were beautiful, and they shone very brightly, and they wanted to take their stars back home to give to their mamas. But first, they needed to figure out a way to see in the rest of the cave, because remember, Princess Ivy's flashlight had no more light in it. This water is green and glowing, said Princess Ivy. Maybe we can use that to see. Prince Isaac looked through all of his pockets, and he found a big empty bottle. And so they took the empty bottle, and they filled it full of green glowing water, and they took turns holding it all the way back through the cave, past the stream, past the giant that was still sleeping, past the tree that was made of bells that sang so beautifully in the wind, all the way out of the cave and back home. And they gave their stars to their mamas, and their mamas loved the stars so much that they put them on their dresses and they sewed them into their clothes so that every day when they saw their beautiful glowing clothing, they would remember how very brave Prince Isaac and Prince Alan and Princess Ivy had been in the deep, dark cave.